Hey everybody, welcome, welcome. Hi, Miss Willie Dora. Is Willie Dora? Hello, hello. Can you hear me? Hi, Growing with Hudson. Can you hear me? Let me know in the chat box if you guys can hear me. If I'm talking too loud. Hey everybody, can you hear me okay? Awesome sauce. I do not know what I'm doing. Let's just start there. And I do apologize that it took me it took me longer than 15 minutes because I logged in at 5:45 because I wanted to be here on time. And so I'm rushing, I'm hot, I'm sweating. I'm like, oh Lord, oh, I can't do it. Oh, I'm gonna fail. I'm panicking. I'm over here completely panicking, going, whoo, whoo, they're gonna bail on me already. And I only got 2 people in here. So thank you very much for coming back. I really do appreciate it. I know there were a couple more people in the other live. I hope they join on. I'm going to give them a minute to look in that chat box and jump on over here. I tried to close everything down over there. Hey, everybody. Hey, hey. Yes, I was over here sweating like I owe somebody money. Ooh, it was awful. I was having a moment. I'm over here trying to figure it out. My poor niece, who is a teenager, she's texting me and my phone is binging, my iPad is binging, the computer is binging, and I'm like, I don't understand. Wait a minute, hold on. Ooh, goodness. I am not technically inclined to a certain degree, and so I was over here having a moment, y'all, and I do apologize. I was really trying to be on time. I broke out of work right at the bell. I mean, Fred Flintstone's chime was ringing, and I was like, I'm out. So I'm sure my employees and everybody else was like, dang, she getting up out of here early. I'm like, it's on time. It's on time. I gotta go. Hey, Pit Stop Kitchen and Garden. Let me say hey to everybody. Hey, Pit Stop Kitchen and Garden. Hey, Growing with Hudson. I already say hey, Miss Willie Dora. How you doing? I'm so glad you guys came to sit with me for a little bit today. I do apologize again that I totally jacked up how to work a live. I've never done a live before. I have promised my niece that I was going to do a live probably about 6 months to maybe a year ago. And I said, no, TT not ready. I'm not ready. And so maybe over the weekend, whoop, whoop. Hey, best yet, how you doing? Over the weekend, I was in the garden. Matter of fact, it was Monday because I had the day off. And I'm working in the garden. And I was trying to figure out how to go live in the garden because I've seen many of you guys go live in the garden. No, I couldn't do it. I was so frustrated. I threw away the phone. I threw away the tablet. I said, forget about it. And then I said, okay, I'm gonna give it a try. So I got on the computer late Monday night and I figured out how to do a premiere. And y'all know how that went. I tried to go in through the premiere. It wouldn't let me go in.
trying to download this and download that. And I'm like, this is not working. I'm going to jack my computer up trying to get in here. So, but I'm glad I finally made it. I'm calm. I have to drink a little water because I was panicking hard, y'all. I was sweating. I had to get the fan. Y'all see the fan right there? The fan is on Arctic because I'm over here just sweating up a storm. So thank you for joining me. I know I'm not going to have a large crowd today, and that's fine. I don't have a large channel. So I'm going to jump right on into it. How is everybody doing today? If it's your evening, good evening to you. If it's early afternoon, good afternoon to you. If it's your morning, good morning to you. Yeah, I was over here sweating. I had to go get the fan. I was like, oh, Lord. Hey, Miss Diva Jones. How are you doing? I am a real person. I wanted to let you guys know that I am a real person. I'm not a computer generated person. Hey, everybody. Did I say everybody? I probably did say everybody. You can't complain. You know what? You're right. We oftentimes complain anyway, but it does no good. We had a whole conversation at work today about what's going on in the world, and it was a nightmare. Now, let me see. I don't know what I'm doing, y'all, so I'm trying to read the comments. Say hey to everybody. Say her, everybody. Communicate with me. Give me a thumbs up if you want to. Share. I think you can share this. I don't know how any of this works. I'm glad you are well, best yet. I really am. I'm glad if everyone is well. I'm glad everyone is well. I've been struggling for a little while, y'all. I ain't gonna lie. Awesome. Thank you. I've had a lot going on with family, with parents and things of that nature. So my garden look a hot mess, but I'm trying to get back into it. All right. Done. Yes. Now I'm going to go ahead and get into it because I don't want to waste anybody's time. I know everybody has family obligations and everything else. Y'all have your own gardens to attend to. And today I wanted to come on and share with you guys that I've had to make some changes in my garden because I've been away for a little while. I had someone watching my garden and some things suffered a little bit. And because of that, I was like, okay, it's time. Oh, thank you, Growing with Hudson. Hey, Turf Therapy, how are you doing? I'm really trying to get into social media, and my niece is like, you need to do a live, TT. And she's the one that her and my sister and a few other people, they drug me kicking and screaming, going on Instagram. I'm like, y'all don't understand. I'm not old, but I'm not a young chicken either. And so I can leave my phone in the house and not bother with it for hours. Like on Monday, I left my phone in the house and I was out there a good 5 hours, and I'm good at putting it down. I'm from that era where I can put it down. I'm not tied to my phone. I'm not tied to a device. So yeah, let's see. The garden never looks the same when you come. You're absolutely right. And I thank the person who helped my garden. I have a large garden. I don't realize how large my garden until somebody else is looking after me like, ooh, girl, ooh, you're doing an awful lot. So I appreciate what they were able to do. Good evening. Hey, Auntie, I see you out there. Mwah, mwah, mwah. Uh-oh.
Patricia Smith.
Y'all, that's my mama. Hang on a minute. Hey, Mommy, I'm on my live.
Did it get to work?
Yeah, I finally got it to work. It took me a long time. This was tough. Are you on? I don't see you on this.
I just was looking. I didn't see you doing nothing.
It's out there. Try it. I have a second one. Open up the second one.
What's the second one?
I think it says gardening plans.
All right, let me try.
Okay. Love you. Bye.
Bye.
Sorry, y'all. My mom was like, I can't find it. Where is it? Are you in there? I tried to rally some troops, y'all, so I wasn't in here by myself talking to myself. But I have some family in the room tonight, blood family, besides all the rest of y'all, because y'all my other family. Family from a mother. Yeah, hey, mama. She done hung up on me already. But yeah, I've been known to talk to myself. Been talking to myself ever since I was a little kid. My aunt is in the room. And my grandma used to catch me in the garden talking to myself and talking to the plants and talking to the dogs. So I've been playing around talking to myself in the garden for a long time. So let me get into it, you guys. I'm glad you all are here. I really appreciate all the support I get from all you all. It means the world to me. I have been, like I said, kicking and screaming with social media for years. I've been on social media since 2013, just looking at a few videos here and there, but it was never anything that I did seriously. And of course, last year when the world imploded, my friends and family was like, hey, you're always in the garden. You're always doing something. Why don't you just get on YouTube? And so I said, no, I don't want to do it. It's ridiculous. Why would anybody watch me? And so after a lot of prodding, I went ahead on and created my channel a year and 5 months ago. And so I'm going to talk to you guys about what I'm putting in the garden. And I have a lot of stuff I'm putting in the garden. So if you all are doing the same things, chime in. Let me know. Let's see. Hey, yes, C-Dub. There we go. C-Dub crew. I appreciate the C-Dub crew. Y'all don't know. When I get comments from you guys, I do my best to respond back. Like I said, I've had a lot of stuff going on family-wise over the past couple of months. And so I haven't been able to timely respond back. Sometimes it takes me a couple of days to a couple of weeks, but I've been making a point to go in and say, hey, and comment to whatever you all are commenting towards me on. And so I really thank you guys for doing that. It means a lot to me. Oh, thank you, Best Yet. I'm glad. I don't have a channel that is out there teaching everybody all the scientific stuff. I'm not out there telling you, how to make this, that, or the other. I am out there just basically showing people how I garden. And if they get something out of that, I'm very grateful. One of my friends said she likes my channel because she likes the basicness of it. It's not too over the top. It's something that she can do. And so that's how I approach my channel. And sometimes there might be some nuggets in there that I do share. So that means a lot to me that you feel that something I've said or done has helped you. And as a matter of fact, Best Yet, I have been trying to find your address. I got stuff everywhere, and I cut it off of what you sent me, and I laid it down somewhere, but yeah, I can't find it. So if you would please inbox me your address, I have something that I want to send to you. And Miss Diva Jones, same thing. If you will inbox me your address, I have something that I want to send to you as well. I told myself, I'm going to put this over here and I'm going to save it. And I put it somewhere and I don't know where I put it. So when I'm not looking for it, I'll find it. But if you ladies would email me that, I greatly appreciate it. Oh, good. You just harvested some sweet potato babies. Awesome sauce. My sweet potatoes have taken over the backyard. My privacy fence is completely covered. It looks like a huge, massive mess. I'm kind of scared of it. I don't know what's living in there. So I'm just waiting for those leaves to die so I can cut all that back because it's a little creepy. If you're on Instagram and you follow me on Instagram, that's a new venture as well. I did put an Instagram reel up of a spider that I had living in the garden. It was a really big spider. And I've had 4 of them. I've rehoused 3 of the 4. So take a look at my Instagram page and look at that spider. I just finished a video a couple of days ago, Monday, as a matter of fact. I need to get it together, get it going, so that I can show you all what I did on Monday. And I rehoused one of those spiders. I actually showed you me actually doing it. I hope you guys can see it because I had the camera right up on that spider. So I'm hoping you guys can see it. Let's see. Yeah, the landscapers have been jacking me. I got to the house one day and I don't know what I did to the landscaper. I'm going to have to put him on my Christmas list. I really going to have to, because I got to the house one day during lunch. I try to come home every day at lunch. I like to get away from the office because I just need my mental sanity to get a check. And so I leave the office. And I got back to the house at lunchtime, and the yard man was blowing all the debris in my driveway. And I'm like, for real? Seriously? What I do to you? I mean, come on now. You're not supposed to put all that in my driveway. You're supposed to collect it and take it away. But he was jacking up the driveway. I mean, there was cut grass and leaves and sticks just everywhere. I had to rake up all that. I was mad. I was really mad. I was big time mad. And then I got back to the house about a week or so ago, and they told me they were going to cut down some shrubs at the front of the house because a lot of stuff died, because of the horrible winter that we had. Well, I came back and that shrub was cut down to the ground. There's a tiny stump sitting where the shrub used to be. And then the shrub next to it looked like it needed a haircut, but he just left that alone like he didn't see it. So, yeah, me and the yard man, I'm going to have to bake him some cookies or buy him some cookies or something, because I don't know what I did. Maybe I rolled my eyes or something unintentionally, but he gave me the blues. All right, y'all. I know y'all talking amongst yourselves, so let me jump in. Y'all talking to me? Let me see. Yes, if you have arachnophobia, please don't come into my Instagram. Just breeze, but no, come. Just breeze by, because I rehoused 3 of those spiders. And I remember in a video that Bessiette did, and she was like, I don't do bugs. I don't do spiders. And there's someone else that I don't think is in the chat tonight, and they've had an issue with spiders. And I just learned that I know how to take them out of the garden now. So I take them out, and I don't kill them. I literally rehouse them. I capture them and I take them to another part of the garden, usually in the front. And I release them there because they're good for the garden. I just don't want them messing with me, because I had an incident 4 years ago where I was sitting out in the garden and I had a spider bite me multiple times along my back. And I didn't know that I was being bit because I didn't feel it. And when I went in the house that day or that evening after being out there enjoying the night, I had a lot of raised, pustules along my back, and I could feel the venom going up my back towards my shoulder blades. And I ended up having to go to the emergency room and having a tetanus shot. And I mean, it looked like I had 20 punctures. It was awful. It was a nightmare. So the spiders, yeah, they're rehoused. Yeah, I don't kill them either. Yes, please. Thank you very much, Growing with Hudson. I appreciate it. So I know I said at least twice now that I was going to get off into this, but hang on one second. My mom just sent me a quick text message. I think she sent me. I saw her pop up. She says she can't chat. Hold on now. If my niece is in the room, baby girl, can you help? Can you help, Granny? Let me see. Hang on, y'all. I'm sorry, y'all. I love my family. I do. But my mom, she's really trying to get into, watching my YouTube videos and because she give me a hard time in the garden, y'all. She really do. She told me, she said, you know what? Your garden is too big. That's why you got snakes and spiders and rabbits, and you're going to end up having to use a U-Haul to get all that mess out of there. And I'm like, really, Ma? But she right. Yeah, I hate to say that, Diva Jones, but yeah, you got to get rid of those, because yeah, those will destroy your skin. Hi, Aunt Tia. How are you? How are you? Welcome. I'm sorry, guys. I'm new to this, so if I'm messing it up royally, just help me out here. All right, now what I currently have in the garden is Malabar spinach. Can y'all see that? And it's growing really well. So I'm not going to be putting this in the fall garden because it's already in there. What I will be putting in the garden is ruby chard. And I already have like the Swiss chard with the white veining. So I'll just show y'all what that looks like. I'm going to be putting the ruby one in there. So that's one I'm going to be putting in. Let's see. That's all I'm putting in as far as the spinach. I used to have some bloody dock, but y'all heard me say that, stuff happened while I was away. And so my bloody dock is gone. I might try that again. What we waiting about? All right. Awesome sauce. Got it. Okay. I think my mom is able to chat now, so we might have some cut up going on in a little bit. Hi, Mama Tag. Oh, that's my mama. Hey, Mama. Say hi to my mama, y'all. Mama Taz is my mama. That's my Ace Boon Coon. That's how the old people say it. That's my road dog right there. Let's say grandma husband say she'll kill anything. If spiders stay in the corner and the bugs, yeah, you like my mama. My mama will kill everything. She's like, it's in the way. She was killing a huge spider the other day. I think I'm gonna put some leeks in my garden. These are the King Richards. I think I might put either those or the Broad London. I haven't decided yet. I think I'm gonna do the Broad London because they're container friendly. And you all know that I have a container garden. So it has to be container friendly for me. I know Best Yet gave me some bunching onions. And I think I used those and I had a couple of extra packets. I'm going to try to put some bunching onions because listening to Diva Jones, she said put onions everywhere. So my family and I love onions. So I'm going to try the bunching onions instead of the bulbing onions this year. Mama, everybody saying hi. Can you see that? Hey, Miss Diva. Now, I'm older than you. So I'm just going to say that, you know. Yep, there you go. Mama said she just sprayed this evening to keep the bugs away. And she uses a big boot. Oh my, yeah, my mama don't play with bugs. Everything has to go. So yes, I'm going to be putting in some bunching onions and I'm going to try to put them everywhere because we like onions in this household. Now, I was going to put some carrots in, but Mama, you see everybody saying hey to you now. I was going to put some carrots in. I might still do that. I need y'all's help. I have tried to grow carrots for 3 seasons. And every time I pull a carrot out of the garden, I have to literally eat it right then. Because if I put it in the refrigerator, it goes soft. And I've actually done some reading on that, but I can't remember what I read. Thank you, Mama. And so I have to leave my carrots in the garden or eat them immediately when I pull them out. So I think I might put some sweet petites in there. And I also might put some Danvers. I'm not quite sure about carrots. Like I said, carrots, I don't like when I pull them out and they get soft. I was growing what you guys saw in the thumbnail. Those were the Carnival blend. Too much moisture. Well, my refrigerator is real moist. I'm not sure how I fix that. Thank you, Turf. Mama said, "Don't blame her. Better get the Neo scan." I'm gonna have to get that scan, that neuro scan. I might have to. I'm not blaming you, Mama. I'm just saying. All right, y'all. Let's see. And I think that's it. I might also nope, one more. I think I'm gonna try parsnips again. I have had nothing but failure when it comes to parsnips. What about y'all? I mean, what I learned about parsnips is from my European gardening friends, because I have European gardening friends in my YouTube. As Best Yet says, my C-Dub fam. I have some European gardening friends over there as well. And they always growing parsnips. Now, when I lived in Norway, my spouse would bring parsnips home. He would always bring home stuff that I had never eaten before. So we were always trying something new, which is it's awesome to do that. You're going, that's right. Yep. You going back to Germany? Whoop, whoop. Hey. I can't do it. I can't do it. I decided I didn't want to go overseas anymore. because I am really getting into gardening and I would have to get rid of everything. And I've spent way too much money to start over completely. But I understand you don't have a choice. Whoop, V's Button. Hey, my auntie was stationed there. I took her when she came to visit me because I was in Ramstein. I took her back to V's Button. Yes, awesome. Woo, nice city. Man, I'm feeling a little jelly right now because I did want to go back to Europe, but I can't do it. I'm ready to put down roots because I'm getting older and life changes, and family's not here forever, and so I don't want to travel like I did before. I'm ready to put some roots down. Hey, so good gardener, I figured it out. Look at here, I'm on YouTube, y'all. How you doing? I'm glad you could join us. All I'm doing is going through what I'm trying to think about putting in the garden this fall and asking you guys, what are you guys going to be putting in the garden this fall? I think I'm going to try golden beets. Now, I have a disclaimer. I don't like the way beets taste, y'all. I've tried it. I have sauteed them. I have baked them. I have juiced them. I don't like them. They taste like dirt. I don't care what variety you get. Diva Jones, I saw your video. You like the chugger ones, the one. I hope I'm saying that right. The stripedy ones that look like a peppermint. No, ma'am. I tried it. I think my dirt is just strong because it tastes like dirt. Yes, I hope so. I've only had golden beets one time, and so I was unable to get beets this last fall. So I'm going to try golden beets this fall because I know they have a lighter flavor. That's what I've been told. Yes, roast them. I'm going to try to roast them because I'm at an age where I don't like turning on the stove. I get hot. I made a homemade pizza yesterday, and all I did was turn on the stove 5 minutes, and I was about ready to burst into flames. So I don't like turning the stove on. And the other thing I'm trying to grow, one of my sisters introduced me to rutabaga. And so I'm going to try to grow rutabaga, but I'm not altogether successful with root crops, but I'm going to give it a try. Let's see. I have tried beet greens, Aunt Tia. I'm a huge salad eater. And so I've taken the tops off of the beets, washed them, and put them in my salad. And I felt like my salad was ruined because I could taste it. It tastes beet-like to me. And maybe it's just my mind playing tricks on me, but it felt beet-like to me. Yes, best yet, on fire. I have been burning up. We're not going to talk about why, but because it's not garden related, but The other thing I would love to get in the garden is lavender. My lavender died. I used to have white lavender and I had monster lavender. And with the winter we had, along with the watering issue I had earlier in the spring, my lavender was like kaput. So no more lavender. I did find some lavender in a nursery. It took me several months, but I just found some monster lavender in a local nursery. It's a small little nursery, cost an arm and a leg, but I bought, I want to say, 4 tiny little plants of lavender, but that's still not enough for me. So I'm going to try to put in the garden, and I want to say, let me see which one. I'm going to try to put some English lavender in the garden. This is a container friendly one. So I'm going to put this out there. Now, what I understand about lavender is that it needs a cold stratification. So I'm going to plant it probably November timeframe when it starts to get really cold here, and just let it sit in the garden all winter. I have a bad feeling that in Texas, we're going to have another snowmageddon. I don't know why I feel that way, but I just feel like the winter is going to come back and it's going to be awful. So I'm going to try to put it in there. Let's see. Yes, it's very hard to germinate, Diva. I've tried before and I've had no success, but I'm going to try it again because I refuse to be defeated. If something's going to happen, I don't know what, but something. And let's see. I also want to get my herb game back up. I'm sure if you all saw, I think it was 2 videos ago that I put out when I did a garden tour. I have a lot of herbs in the garden. You said place it in a damp napkin and put it in a plastic bag with my butter. Okay, I'll do that. I will do that. I don't keep my butter in the refrigerator though, but thank you. Side note about butter. This has nothing to do about gardening. Side note. The reason why I don't keep butter in the refrigerator is because I make ghee. My spouse butters his bread for everything. If he's making a sandwich, he put butter on it. So he wants soft all the time. And I don't like margarine or the spreadable stuff you get in the store. So I buy saltless butter from Costco, and then I turn it into ghee. And so I leave it in the cupboard so that he can easily get to it. I have no bacon. I have 0 meat in the refrigerator. Sorry, guys. I'm not a big meat eater. I have spurts of when I eat meat, but I'm not a big meat eater. You know it. I got a butter dish. Yes, I do. And a bread box. Because like I said, that man like to eat bread. Yes, you put it in the ice box. Yes, ma'am. That's because you're from the South. My mom was born in the South, y'all. So some of the things I say are Southern words because I grew up hearing certain Southern words. I grew up hearing other words too, but different languages, Spanish. You know. I didn't realize I grew up in a German community. Some of the foods we were eating were German, and I didn't know that until I went to Germany. I'm like, I like that. Let's see. Stop it. What's a butter dish? Nope. I'm gonna let y'all have that one. What's a butter dish? Okay. The next one I'm gonna try is chamomile. Now, what I'm gonna do with my herbs is I'm gonna try to put them in like gallon jugs. You know how I'm gonna overwinter my seeds in gallon jugs. I'm gonna try to start them. I don't know if you guys are subscribers to I just forgot her channel that quick. Oh, she would really hate me. I'm not gonna name her channel, but anyway, there were a few people on YouTube that are taking gallon jugs, and I did it 2 years ago, and I was able to get my chamomile to grow, placing them in a gallon jug, not filled, but cut in half or sliced in half, but not all the way through. Place some soil in there, put your seeds, moisten it up, cover it up, tape the jug back up, and I was able to get it to grow that way. So I'm gonna try chamomile again. I have a lot of medicinal herbs in my garden, and so I want to continue that and grow what I have. I have a ton of seeds, you guys, and so there's a lot that I want to put back out. And so chamomile and it's not in here. I guess I think I might have used that one up. But oh yeah, chamomile and self-heal I want to put in the garden. Some self-heal. I got these seeds off the Black Seed Exchange. So these ones, the self-heal. So if you guys are not out there on the Black Seed Exchange, get out there. Get out there. That's all I can say about that. And if you have any questions about the Black Seed Exchange, Miss Diva Jones is in the room, and she has all the information about the Black Seed Exchange. Did I miss somebody? Is Bear Fruit Gardening? Oh, it wasn't Bear Fruit Gardening. I do watch her too. It was another young lady. She makes soap. Beautiful spirit. See, it was there on my mind and it just disappeared. It'll come to me, y'all. I'll yell it out. Let's see. Nope, not the Weekend Garden Show. Cause I'm a subscriber to her too. I subscribe to a whole lot of channels, y'all. So please, don't be discouraged by me if you don't see me in your chat when I watch your videos. I watch y'all's videos. I trust me, I do. And if you don't see me saying anything for a while, it's not that I'm not watching. I am watching, but I can't comment, so I'll just give y'all a thumbs up. I watch all of y'all's videos, and every now and again, I'll go back if I think I missed something. Yes, in Georgia, if I'll go back to old videos. So sometimes you'll see that I'm like binging y'all's videos because I'm trying to keep up with everybody as best I can. Because y'all my YouTube family for real. So the next thing, let's see. Yes, Royal Baths and Soaps. I know, right? I'm bad with names. I've been working for well, I'm not gonna say yes, a beautiful nest. Yes, I watched one of her videos and she showed you all how to germinate or yeah, germinate your flowers or seedlings overwintering them in jugs. And I did that 2 years ago. I wasn't on YouTube then, and so I'm gonna do that again with my herbs because I want to get my herbs my herb game up a little bit more. I have a lot of herbs, but my family and I, we drink lots of teas. Yeah, with lots and yes, Nest, beautiful Nest TV. I drink lots. We drink lots of teas, hot tea, cold tea, and so I use those herbs that I grow in the garden to make teas. I dry them and use them in the kitchen. So the next thing I want to try to grow is the early white Vienna kohlrabi. I was not able to get this to grow properly. It grew, but it grew funny. It was oblong. It wasn't round. And I'm like, I don't think my soil was enriched good enough because it was doing something weird. And I might not have planted it deep enough. So I'm going to try that. And I'm also going to try to grow this fall some purple Vienna kohlrabi. Now, another thing that my family and I love to eat is cabbage. I'm a very big cabbage eater. I eat cabbage almost every single solitary day. And I know that sounds crazy, but like I said, where I grew up, cabbage was a staple in our household. And so cabbage, beans, rice. And I didn't realize it at the time that, like I said, the community that we lived around um, has a large German population. And so I love cabbage. Yes, I love cabbage. Um, as a matter of fact, I have been, y'all gonna laugh, but for the past week, I have made salads with nothing but the pre-cut bags of like cabbage mix. Normally people use it for coleslaw. It's the green cabbage, red cabbage, and carrots. You can get it at Walmart. And have you gone cow bosses? No, I have not. I don't even have that. The only thing I have is the all season cabbage and the salad delight, which is the red. And what I've decided to do this year is not grow a cabbage that has a one little head. I want to be able to get more out of the garden and not just get this one big head of cabbage. So that's why I decided on the two varieties of kohlrabi, the white and the purple. And let's see. Yes, you do the same thing. I'm missing something. She's purity. Uh-oh, what I miss? I eat the leaves. I eat the head. I eat all of that. I don't throw away much. It bothers me to throw away food. Thank you, Mama. We don't throw a lot of food away. So I try not to throw a food away if I can. Sometimes you can't help it though. But I try not to throw too much away. And with the spouse that I have, yeah, food don't get thrown away because he eat it all. I was thinking about maybe putting in a Chinese cabbage. This is new to me. I hope you guys can see. But like I said, I don't want anything big. But what I am going to try to put in the garden again is Brussels sprouts. Ooh, I have a love of Brussels sprouts, y'all. Yes, I buy the cabbage in the bag pre-cut to eat like a salad. But I buy the head of cabbage when I want to make sauerkraut. Um, don't ask me why. I'm a glutton for punishment, maybe. But I've begun to start buying the bags because I have had a huge desire over the past, I want to say 2, 3 weeks. I've been devouring cabbage salad. I mean, every day at lunch is cabbage salad, cabbage salad. I'm going to turn into a cabbage leaf if I keep eating that much cabbage. And I bought some more today. So cabbage salad for lunch tomorrow. Okay, it'll grow in a 3-gallon container. Well, you know I have that turf. You made cabbage corned beef. Look at you. Go ahead, cabbage and corned beef. I bet it was delicious. I stopped eating red meat in my 20s. So I have not had red meat in a very, very, very long time. Diva said, where her plate at? You fixing it? And you know what, Diva? From looking at her videos, she's not that far away from us. You know, I want to say she's in Tennessee. I've driven through there a long time ago, though. I was in my late teens, early 20s. All right, so that's that. And I do have some more herbs that I want to try. I have a lot of herbs, y'all. If y'all trying to figure out what I'm doing, I have all my seeds in these little photo boxes, and I took just the ones out that I have seeds in that I want to sow. So this is just one section of seeds. Now, I also want to try lovage. Many of you guys out there are growing celery, and from what I understand, lovage tastes a lot like celery. I don't like celery. I don't like the way it tastes raw. I don't like the way it tastes cooked. But the only reason why I want to try this is because when I make broth, because I like to make vegetable broth and can it, I want to be able to have a celery that I don't have to buy. So I'm going to see if this is a good dupe. Let's see. You know what? They got some good barbecue down there in Tennessee now. I don't remember that famous one that they talk about, but yeah, they got some good barbecue in Tennessee. Hey, gardening and cocktails with joy. How are you doing? Good evening, Miss Ma'am. I'm so glad you could join me tonight. We just over here chit-chatting, goofing around. I'm showing y'all what I'm going to try to put in the garden. This fall, I have very big ideas. We'll see how far it goes. Let's see. So yeah, that is lovage. I'm gonna try to put lovage in the garden this fall. I need to start planting. I've actually been cleaning out the garden to the best of my ability, but I still have stuff growing. Y'all still have some stuff that's, well, I know Diva Jones does, but the rest of y'all still have stuff growing, summertime stuff that just won't quit. Because I have stuff that just won't quit. Ah, okay, you closer to Nashville. I think I was there once in Nashville. But I was 19. That was that was a whole lifetime ago for me. I don't quite remember. She's hunting over there with the hot chicken. All right, now my catnip took a turn for the worse while I was away. So I am going to put catnip in the garden again. But I need to double check to make sure that it's going to be good because it's a perennial. So I want to make sure that it's not going to suffer due to winter. And if not, I'll have to figure out how to take care of it so that it doesn't die. Because I thoroughly enjoyed having catnip in the garden. And I know y'all probably going, catnip? It's not just for cats, y'all. Catnip is good for teas. And I'm not going to tell y'all all the benefits of catnip and tea. So y'all going to have to watch my video because I want to say I talked about that already. Or Google it, y'all. I do not know everything. I'm sorry. And then the last bucket over here before we move over to some more stuff is, let's see, only the okra. I was about ready to pull out my tomatoes, and I told them, I said, y'all days are numbered. You're coming out because I'm sick of you. Because I grew determinate Roma tomatoes. You know, determinants are supposed to just give you the goods and go on out, right? I told them they were going, and when I came back and was ready to pull them out, they started flowering. They playing with my emotions. So right now they're flowering. So I'm not going to pull them out. As a matter of fact, Miss Hudson, or I'm sorry, Growing with Hudson, I am sort of kind of a teacher. I do teach at my job regularly, but I don't teach children. I teach grown folk. And I'm not technically a teacher, but my job requires me to teach a certain program. And so I do teach. So I'm used to talking to people. So thank you. And the other thing I wanted to put in the garden, my mullein didn't show up. I don't know what I did wrong. You know what I did wrong, y'all? I think I ate it. I think that was mullein. And I was like, why is this so weird? You know what? I think my mullein did grow. And I think I ate it and then it went to seed. Y'all. Note to self and to y'all. Label what you put in the garden. So I'm going to have to put mullein in the garden. Let's see. Yes, exactly, Diva. I teach children who pay bills. My supervisor called me yesterday and apologized to me. He says, you know what? I do not give you the time that you deserve because I know that you take a whole lot of flack in what you do. He says, I am so sorry. Because I told him, I said, you know, my job is a thankless job. I teach grown people in uniform. Yes, I do. And they give me the business. They give me the business. I don't think I've ever told you all what I do. I'm not going to give y'all all the scoop, but I am going to tell you this. I am a civil servant. I have been working for the United States government for a really long time. And so, like Turf, I get to travel around when I want to travel around. Unlike Turf, he gets to travel around when they tell him to go. But I get to travel around when I want to. And so I teach children in uniform and in this uniform. And not all of them are our children. I can't say all of them. I do have some very good students who are very kind and respectful. But then I have those who are like, that's not in the regs. And then I got to break the reg out. So yes. What am I missing? Let's see. I'm trying to keep up, y'all. And as y'all can see, probably y'all like, what's all that going on? I have boxes back behind me. Just like Turf is moving to Wiesbaden, I'm trying to roll up out too. So I have a lot going on. A lot going on. And if you watched a previous video about new gardens and setting up new gardens, that was actually me going out and house hunting that week. So yeah. Wish me luck, y'all. Wish me luck. Let's see. Send Pitts your cat. Who's got a cat? Ooh, not the pellet gun. Wait a minute. I missed some stuff. Well, I know Diva has a couple of cats. Oh, mama in there talking about what I got. Yes, I do have a pay. I probably can't say that I can't say that, but yes, I do, mama. If y'all reading what Mama Taz said, she right. Thank you, Growing with Hudson. I think I've narrowed it down, and I just got to finalize a few things. I'm gonna take y'all along with me. Um, as a matter of fact, I started a new channel. I have this channel, which is my ClausenWorld channel, which is all about the garden. And I have another channel that I just started that's ClausenWorld Crafts, Travel, and More. And that I'm going to showcase all the other stuff like, moving, house hunting, setting up the new house. I've been reupholstering, all kinds of stuff. And if you all are interested in that, if you know somebody who's interested in that, I'm playing with that over there. I don't know if I'm going to keep doing that, but yes, mama. My mama telling all my secrets. Ooh, my girlfriend, I was talking to her last night. She was like, hold on. Tell me again why you have that tool. And I said, because of the squirrels, because of the rabbits, because of the. She was like, I thought you were a nature lover. I am. I love nature. I just don't want them eating my garden. And I don't want them in my greenhouse trying to strike me and cause me harm. Texas got snakes. They gotta go. She's like, you're not supposed to hurt them. I said, lies. Lies you tell. I cannot have snakes in the garden. I'm sorry. This is not eating. They gotta go. So yes, I'm gonna try sweet marjoram. My sister swears by this. She uses it all the time. So I want to try some sweet marjoram. I used to have tarragon, but yeah, it went bye-bye. Don't ask what happened, y'all. Sometimes things go bye-bye. I had someone send me a message today on Facebook, and they're like, what happened to your pecan clippings? And I'm like, child, I've been trying so hard with those pecan clippings, but I have no success with them. I haven't devoted the proper time, and pecans require a lot of attention, and they require a long time to root on the tree. And the trees that I have around me, because if you all don't know, if you don't live in Texas, the pecan tree is the state tree. So there are pecan trees everywhere. And that's probably why there you go. That is probably why the yard man is mad at me. Because I plant stuff everywhere and I impede his work. And I go over to the main road and I put air layers on the trees. And he's like, ma'am, Miss Clausen, can you please? And I'm like, I can't guarantee I'm not going to keep doing what I'm doing because I'm having too much fun. So it's a science experiment. It's a God experiment. Let's see, a whole grown fox. What I missed? Who fainted? It does hurt the snake. When you use that kind of tool on him, it does. It stunned him. It stunned him real good. He was stunned. And then I called the animal control guy. Yeah, y'all gonna have to watch that video. Did y'all not see my video about that big old snake? That snake was darn near 3 feet long. It was too much for me. And I could not leave it in the backyard because my neighbors, I have 3 neighbors that are behind me, and those 3 neighbors all have young babies, and 2 of them bring their babies outside to play. And so I could not allow that snake to leave the backyard because it could have gotten in any one of those 3 houses and hurt those babies, and I would feel bad about that. I really would. And my next door neighbor, they're elderly, like right next door. And I wouldn't want them, because the husband has some medical issues to where he's on oxygen and he doesn't come outside. So the wife is out there cutting the grass and doing everything. And so I wouldn't want my neighbors to get hurt. That would bother me. But yeah, I stunned them up real good. I stunned them up real good. You know what? If I could have had it turned into a belt, I would have. And I would wear it with pride. Yes, I would. No, I didn't cut it up. I stunned it with a tool. You're gonna have to watch that video, Hudson, because I can't say exactly what I used, but I handled it, and then I called animal control, and they took it away, and it was a very long, either 3.5, 3.5, maybe even close to 4 feet. It was a really long snake. I mean, something must be wrong with my mind, because I was in the green. I was literally in the greenhouse, and something said look down, and I looked down, and I was like, oh, snake. And I thought to myself, ooh, how can I take care of it? Because I couldn't take care of it the way I wanted to take care of it, because then the cops would be taking me away. But because then I would have had my belt. Yeah, I really would have. And so they told me, Hippie Chick 514, that it might have been a rat snake. But all I heard was snake. So to be honest with you, my mind went blank. I have episodes where I blank out and stuff just happens. And so I ran in the house thinking, what could I do? And so the first thing I saw was my tool, because it was on the table. And I grabbed that and just went, I was handling it. I can't say the words because I don't want to get in trouble. But yeah, you got to get you something out there. If you haven't seen my snake video, Turf, you got to get you something. Handle up on it. Handle it. Because you can't have fox in your yard. They'll get your babies. Because you got those 2 little puppies from Germany. They might want to have one of them for lunch. But yeah, so I do have oregano in the garden, guys. I didn't realize it was oregano. I didn't think it had germinated, but then I went back out there because I have a lot of stuff. I know they got you restricted. They got me restricted too. Wink, wink. The SP is rolled by all the time. And if y'all don't know what SP means, that means security police. So yeah. But that's what I have. I have oregano. I tried to grow parsley, but yeah, no go with that. So I'm not trying parsley right now. I'm not interested in parsley right now. Because to be honest, I don't eat it. And I was thinking about putting in some chervil, but the jury is still out on chervil. So we're gonna see. I'm gonna think about it. I really need to get my fall garden in. But like I said, a lot's been going on, and I'm trying to get it in. So that's the first half of what I'm putting in the garden. So let me get the second half, y'all. Because I have a lot of brassicas that I want to put in the garden. Now, are y'all enjoying the live, or is it just a complete bust and I just think y'all are enjoying it? I know I see y'all talking. Let's see. Yes, I try. Not every neighbor talks to you, but I do have several neighbors that do talk. And so I try to be thoughtful. My neighbors, they invite me up. Well, before the world went nuts. My mom was asking me a question. I don't even know what time is it. Oh, goodness. I've been on here an hour, y'all. Oh, my goodness. I'm not going to keep y'all too much longer. Well, if y'all having fun, I'm going to go through this whole packet right here. And then we're gonna chit chat and call it a day. Mom, are you still on? I was trying to stay an hour, but I just realized it's already an hour. So we're going to go over a little bit. I'm glad you guys are having fun. I'm having fun too. Is that? Yes. Let's see. Hang on, y'all. My mom is like, how long are we gonna do this? Woo. So let's see. Good, I'm glad. I watched your live too, Growing with Hudson, and I enjoyed myself as well. I've enjoyed many of your lives. I've watched Turf Therapy's live. Um, I don't think I've seen anybody else's. Let me see. I'm new at this, y'all. Let me scroll up. I don't think I've seen anybody else's, but you know what? I still have many more videos to go through because I'm subscribed to many people's channel, and so if I haven't popped in, don't worry, I'm gonna get to you because I know there are many people who put out notifications like, oh, here's a new channel, watch this channel. I know Diva Jones is good at that. I've seen a few other people talk about other channels, and so what I try to do is I try to make sure I write myself a little note and then I go in and subscribe to that channel. So I've got a lot of channels I need to get through. But trust me, when I'm not here and I'm at my parents' house or at work, sometimes I are you going to bed, Mama? Okay, I'll talk to you later, Mama. I'll call you when I'm done. Love you. Bye. What was I saying, y'all? I get throwed off. I'm sorry. I lost my train of thought. Too much going on in my mind. Thank y'all for saying good night to my mom. My mama wake up ready to eat, y'all. She have an eating schedule. She's like, it's 7 o'clock. I gotta eat. It's almost 9:30. I need to eat a little something. I gotta take a little medicine. Ooh, it's lunchtime. I gotta eat. What we having for dinner? I gotta eat. I love my mom, but she knows she love to eat. Ooh, and that's exactly what we do when I go home. We eat. So Papa Do's is about ready to get ate up because I'm ready to eat. Now, the next thing I want to try to put in the garden is some more bok choy. I don't know if you guys have been watching my videos or not, or if you catch them every once in a blue moon, but I love me some bok choy. And so I'm going to try some Tatsoi Bok Choy. I grew this last year and it was delish. And so I'm going to put it in the garden again. I like to saute this with some, what they call that stuff? Bragg's aminos. Ooh, if you all have never had Bragg's aminos, y'all might want to try yourself a little Bragg's aminos. When I am cooking, sauteing my brassicas, I put a couple dashes of Bragg's in there. Ooh, it's some good stuff. Let's see. Yes, Miss Diva. Sometimes, like I said earlier, I rarely eat meat, but there are times when I feel like I need a piece of meat, then I'll eat some chicken or some fish. I don't know why some people, let me back up. I'm like, I get squirrel, I get sidetracked. Why is it some people don't think fish is meat? But anyway, yes, soy sauce son. Okay. But yeah, I eat a lot of fish when I do decide that I want to have meat. And I eat a little chicken every now and again. Um, and every once in a blue moon, which is pretty rare, I may have some Italian sausage or my favorite is bratwurst. Um, so when I really feel like I want some meat, then I'll eat one of those things. It's a substitute. Yes, yes. Okay. You said that you bought the aminos because Tabitha Brown had been trying it. I've been using aminos for a couple of years, but I think I did see that. My aunt was telling me about Tabitha Brown, and I started watching a couple of her YouTube videos. And I like when she is cooking and making those vegan dishes. As a matter of fact, I was watching one of them earlier today, and I think I might try it. Yes, Willie Dora, I do. I try to support as many people as I can, And I do not remember everybody that I'm subscribed to. It's just way too many. Um, but I do have a list as well. I write them down. I just learned that, Diva Jones. I did not know that. Like I mentioned when I first started, I'm not big on social media. This is all new to me. I just got an Instagram account maybe a couple months ago because my sister and my niece and a few other people were like, "You need to get on Instagram." And I was like, "Okay." My assistant, she nagged me for 2 years to get Pinterest. He's like, "Oh, you're gonna love Pinterest. You're gonna love it. You need to get on there." And I was like, I don't want to get on Pinterest. Why do I want to get on Pinterest? What is Pinterest gonna do for me?" And so I did get on Pinterest, but I don't go to them very often, and that's they're supposed to be used, and I don't use them the way they should. I occasionally go on. I'm struggling with IG, y'all. I'm struggling real hard, but I make an effort to put at least something up every day because my niece told me I got to. So anyway, I'm gonna try. Let's see. I'm not gonna say this word because I always mess it up. But I'm gonna try this green as well. It's an Asian green. I'm gonna try to put some more Asian greens in the garden. Yes, the aminos make things taste really good. And if you like cabbage like I like cabbage, and I've been eating the raw cabbage salad for the past couple of weeks, I put a couple of squirts of that amino in there. Ooh, it set it off. It set it off, y'all. And that's not because I just started watching Tabitha Brown. This is something that I've been doing for a couple of years now, using the aminos because I didn't want my husband to have a lot of the soy sauce, and so I switched to the aminos. That's what I do. I bring stuff in the house that I want my family to eat, and I switch it up. And then they don't think about what they were eating because they're like, "Oh, where that stuff at?" Because then they get hooked on what I want them to eat. My spouse always goes, "What you put in this?" I'm like, "Don't worry about it. Ancient Chinese secret." But he eat it. And my next thing I'm gonna put in the garden, oh, y'all probably can't even see that because I have saved seeds in here. I saved my seeds. I don't know about you guys, but I saved my seeds. Now I didn't do a good job of separating the seed pod from these seeds, but I don't really care about that. But let's see. I probably started all social media platforms, but I only do Facebook and YouTube. You know what? I have to put that stuff on my phone, or I'm not going to remember a whole bunch of passwords. And that's why I don't have a whole bunch of stuff. I've been on YouTube for a number of years, but not YouTube, Facebook. I'm sorry. I've been on Facebook for a number of years, but I don't use Facebook very often. As a matter of fact, one of my girlfriends texted me last night. She's like, "I haven't seen you in 100 years." I'm like, "Lies you tell." Because I'm not on Facebook all the time. You know my phone number, girl. Text me. If you want to get a hold of me, you need to text me. Don't be sending me no Facebook stuff and expect me to get on there and have all these long drawn out conversations and pictures of my food and all that stuff. And no, I don't do Facebook like that anymore. I just life is just been hectic, so I haven't been for the past, I want to say 3 years. I've dialed down significantly with Facebook because all I had was Facebook, and then I got Pinterest, and then I started YouTube, and now they're like, "You need to get Instagram because if you want to do YouTube," and I'm like, "Okay, okay." So now I'm trying. So I'm trying, y'all, but something's gonna have to go because I work outside the home and I have a very busy garden, so yeah, I don't have a lot of notifications. Matter of fact, I'm gonna be honest. I don't have any notifications turned on for anything, and I try to limit the interruptions with the phone pinging. It has to be family that comes through because half the time I don't get those notifications, and I apologize, y'all. Uh, I have to go to your YouTubes and watch your videos. I don't get notifications because if I had notifications on, I wouldn't get anything done, and I can't do that. And my family be like, "Why your phone was going?" Mm-mm. I say that, Diva, because all of my siblings are much younger than me. They're all in their 40s, and well, let me take that back. Uh, the my sisters are in their 40s. My brother is in his 30s, and I'm in neither one of those years. So, in order for me to still kind of be in contact, that's where they are. They're on all those other platforms. So I try, but the best thing to do for me is you need to text me because that's where I am. But I'm gonna try to put the tiny bok choy back in the garden. I grew this last year and I really enjoy it. It grows quickly and it's very flavorful. But this was not frost hardy, so this one won't be in the garden for long because it does not like frost. As a matter of fact, and he is a gorgeous specimen. Let me tell you, gorgeous, honey. And I'm not saying that because he's my brother. I'm saying that because he is a good God fearing man. He got, I want to say, 2 or 3 jobs now. He just bought his first house. He don't have no babies, and I'm not knocking anybody who has children, but we told him when he became an age, don't you bring home no babies, and he has done just that. Moving too slow. What you say? Hang on a minute. Yeah, they trying to get you on TikTok and all this. I'm not on TikTok. And if you say BMW, my brother called and, well, no, as a matter of fact, no, he FaceTimed me. My family, they've gotten to the point to where they want to see your face, and so they FaceTime or duo time so that we can have conversations like that. And my brother and I had a conversation. He probably gonna choke me out if he watching this. We had a conversation about. He's like, I'm looking for me a good woman, and I broke it down. I said, well, baby, I think this might be what you need right here. Good for him. 21, no babies. That is awesome. And like I said, I'm not knocking people who have children, and I'm not knocking them who have them young. But it's a lot to raise children. And when you're young and your babies and you have young babies, a lot of time, and this is not about gardening, so I'm gonna get off of this real quick, but it's a struggle for a lot of people. And so that's why we told him we don't want you to do that. We don't want you to struggle. Oh, hey, Mama J, how you doing, Miss Ma'am? Mama J made some hot sauce that made me have a hot flash. And she was like, "Ooh, I love this hot sauce." And I'm like, "Nah, ma'am, I can't do it. It looked real good, but that just looking at it made me have a hot flash." Ah! You say your family did cartwheels when your husband got you an iPhone? Yes, mine got me an iPhone as well. I wasn't complaining. Let me give y'all a backstory. I wasn't complaining. I just made a comment. I said, my phone is acting funny. It was very old. I tend to want to hold on to stuff, and especially when I know how to use it. And we went to the store one day, and we were in Costco, and I'm like, I'm gonna go and get what I need, and he over here in the technology section because that's him. And I came back to find him and mom, and he's like, here. And I was like, here? Man had bought me a new phone. He's like, now your phone gonna work. Okay. I was like, oh, well, I wasn't complaining and I wasn't asking for no phone, but thank you, baby. Okay, now I have to ask because I don't know a lot of these abbreviations. BMW. I know it's a car, but what else does it mean? Oh, I think I know what it means. But y'all tell me. Hello, LP. Hello, hello, hello. And I'm also going to try to put some Bok Choy in the garden. I really like Bok Choy. Again, sauteed with a little bit of aminos. Delicious. Delicious. I guess I like to eat too, y'all. I ain't going to lie. Yes, he's a hardworking man. As a matter of fact, he was telling me he wants to go to grad school. And I was like, to do what, boo-boo? You already got your education papers. You gonna go back for some more? That's okay. I want all men to work, okay? I want them all to work. I was having this conversation today at work, y'all. They need to work. And yes, my brother is a hard worker. He's a thoughtful, kind young man. And I would not say that if he wasn't. Oh, I missed that. Okay. Y'all gotta get me hip on this here stuff. I was thinking about putting some Ethiopian kale. I want to say I got this off of Dan Permaculture Food Forest's Etsy site because he sent me a couple of seeds that I picked up from him. But he also gave me a couple for free. And I think the Ethiopian kale might be one of them. But I might put Ethiopian kale in the garden because I do want some kale. I don't like curly kale, y'all. It take too long to wash all them little crevices. So I have some curly kale, but I don't think I'm gonna put it in. We'll see. I might put some Premier kale, and actually I might put Premier kale instead of the Ethiopian kale because Premier kale is a 65 days to harvest and it's container friendly. And so I like to put stuff in containers that's container friendly. But we'll see. We shall see. I might do both and see how it goes. Let's see. You fell out laughing. Oh my goodness. I don't recall hearing anything like that. Believe it or not. I went to school only in the US for up until 7th grade. And then we moved to Asia. So I missed out on some cultural stuff, I think. I'm still making up for lost time. You can never stop learning. All right. Now, I did say that I wasn't wanting to put any curly kale, but I got this kale for free. This is the red Russian kale or the Ragged Jack. This I got for free from Baker Creek, and this didn't come up for me last year, so I might try that one. And let's see, I might try the Nero di Toscana because this one is frost hardy. Even though it's not container friendly, I might try it. I try to be. Sometimes, you get teased for that. But it is what it is. I have a very diverse family. I grew up in a very diverse family. So yeah. And you know what, y'all? I just realized Baker Creek sent me two. This is the same thing, but one says kale and one says cabbage. Now that's odd. Huh. Well, look at that. Huh. Learn something new today. All right, that's the kales. So I'm going to try to put a lot of kale in the garden. And I was thinking about putting broccoli in the garden after I saw Diva Jones's last video. She was like, don't be like me and let your broccoli turn yellow like that in the center. Are you talking to me, hippie chick? I'm in zone, I think it's 7B. I'm in zone 7B right now. But I am in the works of moving to zone 8. Yes, ma'am. I'm in 7B. Yeah, 7B. I'm in North Texas, and I am in the works of moving to South Texas. So all things go well. I think maybe it might have been a misprint. When I saw that, I was like, hang on a minute. But that's okay. I got one for free and I paid for the other one. So if it tastes good, then okay, Southeast. All right now. All right. Texas in the house. Now, like I said, I was thinking about putting broccoli in the garden. But I had an experience with broccoli here recently. And I don't know if I want to put broccoli in the garden. My husband likes, well, my family, my family likes broccoli. We eat a lot of veggies, and a lot of fish, and some white meat, but not as much white meat. And one of my sisters gave up meat for Lent. Don't ask me why, because we're not Catholic. But she gave up meat for Lent. Oh, hey, Urban Girl Gardening. How you doing, Miss Kiki Soto? I feel like I'm famous. I got big people in my first YouTube live. Hey, y'all. Hey. But like I was saying, my sister gave up meat for Lent. And to support her, even though I don't eat meat a lot, I decided to not eat meat at all as well. Now, my sister has continued on her journey of not eating any meat. Now, I ain't gonna lie, I felt like having some chicken because I was driving, I was home visiting my family, and that Cane's chicken was smelling real good. And my mom was like, "What we gonna eat?" Because y'all know I already said that my mama, she liked to eat. And I said, "I don't know what we gonna eat, mama." And I suggested a few things. She was like, "Nah, I want that. Nah, I want that." Well, Cane's is right there. Let's go over there and get some Cane's. And I thought, man, what can I eat at Cane's? Because I'm not eating meat, and I could tell some French fries, but that chicken sure smell good. So I ain't gonna lie, y'all. I broke down, and well, I didn't break down. I chose because I didn't have to do it. I chose to eat me 3 chicken strips and some fries, and it was good. Yes, it was. And so I have been back on not eating any meat for a while now. It's been about a month, maybe. I lost track, but that's kind of normal for me anyway. I go in phases. Oh, hey, I see some people. Hey, the everyday life of OCD is chick. Hello. I'm so glad you are here. Welcome. We just chit chatting because we family. We talking about what we putting in the garden. So the experience I had with broccoli was my stomach was upset. Well, hey, Yankee sister, how you doing? Yes, this is my first live. This is my first live, and so I'm glad you are here with me on my first live. And hello. I wasn't gonna do it, but like I said, my niece has been after me for quite some time to get out there and get on a live, and don't be afraid of it, because I've been nervous, y'all. I left work today right on time. I was like, I heard the Flintstone horn in my head, and I was like, I gotta go buy. And I went to the store because I had to run an errand after work, and I'm watching my clock and watching my watch, and I'm like, I gotta hurry up and get to the house. And then when I got here, the live wasn't working right. I couldn't get it to go, and I was flustered and frustrated. And I'm like, y'all gonna give up on me? Y'all gonna talk bad about me because I'm not on time? Because I like to be on time. If I tell you I'm gonna be here at this time, I like to be on time. So I was here for us. On time is 15 minutes before the time you say you're gonna be on time. And so I was struggling. I was on that bus hard. And I just said, forget about it. Let me just try to open up another live and see if this will work for me. So I had to open up a whole new live because the other one wasn't working right. Let's see. Well, thank you. It's nice to be seen. I've seen y'all doing lives, and I kept saying, okay. I kept telling my niece, okay, I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna do it. And I tell myself, no, we're not doing that. We're not. Nobody's gonna watch, or it's gonna be a horrible situation, and we're gonna have like many people say cheese sandwiches. We're gonna have people in there talking bad about you and doing some stuff you don't want to do. So don't do it. And I just finally said, you know what? I'm just gonna do it. So I figured it out finally. And so now I know what to do. And when the next live comes up, and I don't know when it's going to be, but when I do my next live, I'll make a point to do better and get on and get on here a lot smoother than I did before. Oh, hey, the Weekend Gardener. How you doing, Miss Ma'am? I'm so glad you're here. Melanie D, how are you doing? How are you doing? 7B, yes, yes. Thank you guys for joining me. I feel so much love. I didn't know if anybody was going to be in here, and so I'm so grateful. Thank you so much. Thank you, thank you. And so, yes, broccoli I probably will not put in the garden because I've had some stomach upset lately with broccoli. But that was store-bought broccoli. And when you buy stuff from the store, it tastes different than when you buy it. I mean, when you grow it yourself. So I don't know. I'm going to think about that one. I need to hurry up and make my mind up because this will be, if it goes in the garden, it won't be ready until spring. Let's see. We'll see that's what the block button is for. Yes. And I'm trying to figure out all that stuff. I don't see any buttons, but I'm going to figure it out. Thank you so much. I'm trying. I'm just being myself. Like Miss Nikki says, the everyday life of an OCD is chick. I'm just being myself. Is somebody else going live? Let me see. I will try and check you when you go live. Okay. Yeah, I try to check out lives, and I'm sorry, guys. Like I said, I've had a lot going on, and so I have not been able to get into too many lives lately. But I do check the replay, and sometimes I will make a comment. But more often than not, if I can't, I definitely give you guys a thumbs up. But I do show you all love, so please don't think that I don't. And I greatly appreciate y'all. I really do. I greatly appreciate y'all. And everything that you do for my channel. Let's see. And so, yeah, this is sprouting broccoli. Somebody gave me this sprouting broccoli. I don't remember who exactly, but this was a sprouting broccoli that was a gift to me. I think it might have been one of the YouTube subscribers that I subscribed to. And I want to try broccoli rabe. I think Turf was growing broccoli rabe or about ready to put broccoli rabe in. But I want to try broccoli rabe. This is the container friendly variety. So I'm hoping that it doesn't upset my stomach. Oh, well, thank you, LP. Please make sure you hit the thumbs up button before you go. Thank you so much. I really appreciate whatever time you spent in here with me today. All right, you growing purple sprouting broccoli, Kiki? And broccoli rabe. Okay. Fingers crossed, fingers and toes, because I could do it all. See, look at it. I got you, girl. I got all of y'all. Let's see. Hello, Eco Neighbor. How are you, my Florida fam? How are you doing? I'm so glad you're in the house tonight. I'm trying not to mess up royally. I did mess up there for a little bit because I could not figure out how to get that premiere open. But I think the key is that I can't open the premieres as a live. I have to actually start a whole new live session in order for me to go live. So now I know. And so I also bought this yapfa, and it's supposed to taste kind of like a cross between asparagus and broccoli. And I really like asparagus. And so, but this is not frost hardy. So if I want to do this one, I've got to really get it in because it's not going to do well. And we don't really have much of a spring here in Texas. The spring is like a bat of an eye. You blink and it's 100 million degrees in Texas. So I don't know, but I really want to try this yatfa. It's a Chinese broccoli, so we'll see about that one. And I want to say that's it for the broccoli. I was thinking about putting in the Romanesco, because I know I saw Turf and Miss Teenog talk about the Romanesco, how it's difficult to germinate. But like I mentioned, I don't really want to grow anything right now that just gives me a head of something. I wanted to have multiples so that I can eat off of it, not just one head. And I do know that many things like broccoli and sometimes cabbage, if you cut the main head off, it'll give you a side shoot. But I'm trying to eat, y'all. And I've already put in my asparagus. I did this early in the summertime. Oh, let's close this up. I don't want to lose any seeds. I did put asparagus in, and right now it's been really taken over. That pot has been taken over by my sweet potatoes. The sweet potatoes have been covering up everything. Like I mentioned earlier, my sweet potatoes scare me a little bit because I don't know what's going on up under there, and there's a whole lot. And if y'all saw that video of my garden where I had that big old snake, I'm very cautious when I go into the garden now. And so my sweet potatoes are doing the most over there. And so my asparagus, I know it's alive because I actually used a broom handle and lifted up some stuff. And I could see one little asparagus, I think it's called fern. Don't get me lying, y'all. This is my first time with asparagus. So I know it's in there, but we'll see how it goes. I'm hoping it stays alive. And I'm going to clean that pot out really soon. I am so waiting for them sweet potato leaves to die off so I can clean all that up because it is really stressing me out. Let's see. You got one head on the Romanesco. Oh, wow. Have you eaten the Romanesco leaves? Because I know you eat your leaves on many other plants. Yes, you got to look out for snakes, Miss Nikki. You got to look out for snakes in my garden. I've had 4 snakes in the garden. 3 of them were killed because I had a bird netting on the side of the fence where I keep my trash cans. And so they got over there and they got trapped in the bird netting, and they ended up dying because they were in the bird netting. I didn't know they were in the bird netting because I had some stuff growing over there. And when I cleaned all that out, yeah, I found their dead bodies. Yeah, that was gross. And then, of course, I found the live one in my outdoor greenhouse in one of my pots. And if y'all want to watch the replay, y'all go back to what I said about what I found in the greenhouse and how I handle that. Yeah, that snake was a hot mess. That snake was at least 3, maybe 3.5 feet long. It was awful. And then I picked up some artichoke seeds. And I can't remember. I think I got these online from another YouTuber. This one is the green globe artichoke, but I know that artichoke gets really big and it needs a permanent home. So I'm gonna wait to plant my artichoke when I get into the homestead. I'm not gonna plant artichoke right now, but I do want to have artichoke because I like it on pizza. Have y'all had artichoke on pizza? Because it is really good. Yes. Saute them with olive oil, garlic, and crushed red pepper. Yes, ma'am. They shrink, huh? All right. And I also have a Valet de Provence artichoke, but again, I'm not going to put artichoke in the garden right now. I'm going to wait for that. That's going to be in a future video. Give me some time, y'all. I'm trying to work some things out. Let's see. Or put them in an omelet. Okay. I do not like the smell of eggs. I think it's because I stopped eating meat regularly in my 20s. And I sparingly, well, I stopped eating red meat in my 20s. Let me back up. I stopped eating red meat in my 20s altogether, and I have not had red meat. And I have lessened my meat over my 20s and 30s and 40s. And so now that I'm not in any of those years, I'm in the golden years. I don't eat that much meat. But yeah, I don't know. I got off topic, y'all. Why was I talking? Oh, omelets. And so when I do crack an egg, the smell of eggs really make me want to go. So and the smell of chicken, the smell of meat. I think if you stop eating meat for a while and then you try to cook with meat, the smell will grab a hold of you by your throat and take you hostage. So whenever meat is being cooked, I try to have my spouse prepare it, and then I can cook it. But if I have to prepare it, it's way too much for me. Oh, okay, y'all talking to each other. All right, so I went to a one of my favorite hangout spots in South Texas, and I love this place. Well, it's not really a hangout spot. It's an Asian grocery store, and they have the best grill in the back. The mama sign back there be hooking it up. And so when I was home visiting my family, I went and picked up some Asian food. I love Asian food. Like I mentioned before, if you all weren't in the house, I left the United States in when I was in the 7th grade, and I spent 8th grade all the way through high school in Asia. And so I love Asian food. Yes, ma'am. I am a lot older than I look. I ain't gonna lie. I'm gonna tell you, I'm 50 years young. Yes, I am. Hey, your girl is 50. Yes, and so I am in my golden years. Yes, I'm loving every minute of it. I drink a lot of water, and I stopped drinking sodas in my 20s. I stopped eating red meat in my 20s. Um, Thank you, Kiki. I really appreciate that. It's called what is that cream I use? I always give it a new name. Oil of old lady is what I've been calling it for years. I slather on that oil of old lady. I've changed my oil of old lady to the nighttime. I think it's called Regenerist or something like that. It's got like retinol or something in it. So I slather on that oil of old lady, y'all. I'm like, hang on a minute. I got to put my oil of old lady on. I got to keep the old lady at bay. Oh, it ain't no joke. Happy 50th. Yes. 50 is amazing, ain't it? I mean, popping the collars for the 50-year-old ladies in the house. You say you weak. Ah, don't be weak. But yes, I drink a lot of water. And my obsession is with gas water. I lived in Europe. If turf therapy is in the house, he knows what I mean by gas water. When I first moved to Germany, I did not like bubbly water. What's some of the brands of bubbly water? Bubbly water is a brand. There's a few other brands. I can't think of them right now. I'm going blank. But I love the carbonated water. We call it gas water, and so I'm in love with gas water. So I actually have a soda stream, and I turn my flat water, the regular water that you get either in the tap or if you have a gallon of water that you buy. I buy the big 5 gallon containers, and so I consume a lot of water. But yes, okay, let's get back to the gardening stuff. Well, let me see what y'all saying. Clearly Canadian. I used to drink Clearly Canadian in my 20s, but they used to make it with aspartame. I don't know if they still do, but back in the day, Clearly Canadian was amazing. I think they just brought that back on the market here pretty soon. And so I don't drink any water that has any sugars in it. But that's my personal preference. Yes, Perrier, San Pellegrino. That's some good water. Oh my goodness. Yes. Yes, mit gas. Mit gas bitte. Yes. And so I drink I'm really into my gas water. I put lemon or some kind of citrus in it and it tastes so good, y'all. Um, but it's not for everybody. But yes, I think water and clean eating is probably the key. But it's not for everybody. Yes, the weekend gardening show. Yes, ma'am. Gardening, growing your own food, eating your own fresh food has a great benefit to you as your internal health, your external health. Um, and I take a whole host of vitamins. Yes, ma'am. Vitamins, minerals. I believe in holistic. That's why my garden, if you watch my videos, you in my last tour, my August tour, someone mentioned that I have a lot of herbs. I do. I grow a lot of stuff that I can make teas with to help you sleep, to help with, for those who are in menopause. If y'all in y'all late 30s, early 40s, y'all in the pause and so you feeling a little hot, you having your personal summers, you holistically get you some tea, baby. Yes, grow your own food, eat your own food. Yes, Perrier. Diva Jones, I love Pellegrino. I actually vacationed many years ago in Italy, and that's I think where I began to actually love um, gas water. When I was in Germany, I didn't like it at all. It took me a long time to stomach it, but that Pellegrino was a maze. It was a maze balls, and so that's one of the reasons why I have a Soda Stream. Try Soda Streaming your water. I think it'll change your mind. You say ew. No, it's not. Oh, it's good, honey. It's good. Oh, it's good. Put you some fruit in there. Get you some lemon in there, a little citrus. Oh, it's a delicious. You call it sandpan. All right, and I was in my late 40s till I wasn't. Happy late 40s birthday to you. Yes. Yeah, 50s is good, y'all. I'm enjoying myself. It feels good. But anyway, when I went to my Asian store in South Texas, I was picking up some kimchi fried rice. Don't judge me, y'all. Kimchi fried rice is good. And they had a small section of seeds. Now, I would have to ask one of my friends who's Korean what this means, but I know it's a brown mustard. That's all I need to know. And so I'm gonna grow this is going in the fall garden, some brown mustard. I already have some red mustard. As a matter of fact, here is my red. I have the giant red mustard in the garden already, and you can see how big those leaves are. This one is a deeper, darker color. Can you guys see that? Yes, kimchi fried rice is amazing. Mm. But you have to like kimchi. You really do. And again, I kind of grew up in Japan. So from 8th grade to graduating high school, I was in Japan, and yeah, I love kimchi. My mom wouldn't let me bring it in the house because it's foul smelling some of it, but it's delicious. And if you can try some kimchi fried rice, I say try it. Yes, I can't wait to see it in the garden either. So this is gonna be going in the garden. I'm hoping this weekend. Um, because I've been actually in the garden trying to clean it out. Like I mentioned earlier, my summer garden is still acting like it want to live. I threatened the tomatoes, and all of a sudden they started giving flowers again. So they're like, "Oh, don't pull me out, girl. I'm still gonna do what you need me to do." So I'm still waiting to pull some things out because it ain't doing right. Yes, it's much darker in color, the brown mustard. So I'm gonna put some brown mustard in the garden. Yeah, look, I'm gonna let y'all see that one more time. Or as I hear the old people say, one more again. Let's look at that. Look at that. Yes. Let's see. I'm trying to keep up with y'all. And I might try to put some collards in there. I grew up in a family where my mom mixed the greens. So I don't really care too much for just one type of green. Excuse me. I like to mix it. So that's collard, mustard, turnip, and my mom would even throw some spinach in there. And to me, that those are the best flavors. I'm not knocking people who just like to eat collard greens or turnip greens separate, because I've eaten my collard greens. I'm sorry, my mustard greens separate, because last year I only grew uh, the mustard green. Everything else just kind of petered out for me. But I like to mix my stuff up. Licorice root, growing with Hudson, licorice root, catnip, um, lemon balm, holy basil. Those right there. And I have ashwagandha in my garden. And if you all are not growing you some ashwagandha for your personal summers, get you some ashwagandha. Oh, thank you, Kiki. I appreciate it. I'm really trying. I heard y'all say you've got to do lives, and so I am trying. I'm trying, and so yeah, that I got my collards down there, and I have this old India mustard. It's a Florida broadleaf. It's really really old, and I do not know if it's going to do anything, but I'm going to try to put this in the garden as well. It has really big flat leaves. So I'm going to try that. And I'm not sure if I showed y'all the Georgia or Creole collard, but I'm going to try to get those Creole collards in there as well. Haha, growing with Hudson. Ooh, let me tell you. Catnip is not just for cats. You can use catnip in a tea. Yes, ma'am. And I lost my catnip a couple of months ago because I wasn't in the garden. I had to be away for a while. And so my catnip, it went away. But yes, catnip is not just for cats. Go ahead and Google that. I think I did some information on a previous video, but if you're really serious, Google it. It's not just for cats. And get you some holy basil as well. That'll help you out with the personal summers. At least I hope it will. Not everything. I'm not a herbalist. I'm not a dietitian, so I can only tell you what I've been doing to try to help myself. Because I don't take estrogen or anything like that. And then I am gonna try, and I think they got me on this one, y'all, because this pack, it says turnip 7 top. Turnip 7 top. Now I'm trying to figure out, is this not gonna grow a turnip bulb? Is it just gonna give me the greens? Because I think they got me on this one. But I'm gonna try the turnip, because like I said, I grew up in a family where my mom, she, oh, thank you, Auntie. My auntie said I'm doing a great job. I feel like I'm everywhere, like I'm scrambling. So I'm sorry, y'all. I get distracted. But yeah, turnip. I think they got me on that one, y'all. And then I don't know what is in this bag. I think it's mustard seed, but I harvested this a couple of years ago. And I told y'all in earlier this year in one of my videos that my goal is to label and to journal. And so I have been labeling when I'm growing them in a cup, but that label is not getting in the garden. So I'm making more of an effort to not only label when I'm growing indoors and then transplanting out. I'm going to make more of an effort to label when I'm putting it in the garden. And I'm at a point right now where I do not want to start seeds inside. I started a whole host of seeds inside last December, and it almost broke my back, because taking them seeds and nurturing and babying them and keeping them alive and keeping the gnats down, because the gnats come in the house, y'all, and I don't like gnats. And I've decided that I am not going to grow from seed indoors. I'm not germinating stuff in the house anymore. I don't have the temperament for it. I don't want to do it. because you have to start taking them outside and you have to get them ready to be outdoors and all this back and forth. And it's a no for me. It's a hard pass. Now, the one thing I will try is I received a number of different pepper seeds from a couple of you guys out there. I know I got some from Diva Jones and I got some from, I think, the Little Homestead or Little Housestead. I could be saying her channel all wrong, and I apologize. But she sent me some peppers that I didn't know anything about, that I've never grown before. And I'm probably going to put those in the indoor greenhouse in December, because I found that when I did that last December, my peppers have been given up. Like every time I look around, they're like, here you go, girl. Here go some peppers. Here you go. And so I've been harvesting peppers for my sriracha, for making paprika, because I do have a paprika pepper out there. And Fresno pepper. And I've got like 5 different varieties. Let's see. I don't want to miss anything. I got my ashwagandha from Baker Creek. And I don't have that with me. But if I have some seeds to share, inbox me your address and I'll send you some. Okay? Because I think I have some to share. Let's see. I want to make sure I'm not missing anything. Yes, hardening off is the worst. And I just don't want to do that. I was going back and forth with the hardening off. I kill stuff inside, like Diva Jones say that she kills stuff inside and the sun will cook it. Yeah, I didn't enjoy that process. And I know that's probably wrong of me to say, because I do feel like I am a gardener. I'm an amateur gardener. I'm not a professional. I've been playing in the garden, growing food since 2012. I lost my grandmother that year, and she was an avid gardener. Flowers, indoors, outdoors. She had a food garden. And so I felt a huge push in 2012 to grow food. And I began to grow food in 2012, and I've been growing food in some form or fashion ever since then. And so I do not want to sow seeds inside. I want to direct sow as much as possible, and just try to have a garden that way, because it drove me insane. All the gnats last year inside the house almost sent me screaming out into the streets. I bought a bug zapper and put it inside the house. I had them little sticky papers. It was just way too much. Yes, Melanie D. Coleuses. I have coleuses in the garden as well that I grew from seed, and I was very surprised that they took off, because that seed is like minuscule. Okay, Kiki, thank you so much for popping in. Do me a favor and hit that thumbs up for me, ma'am. Thank you so much. I really appreciate it. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Now I won't be so scared to come back on and do another live, because I'll know what I'm doing. I'm almost ready to wrap this up, y'all, because I know I've taken up way too much of y'all time. I've got like maybe 2 more seeds to show y'all, and then I'm going to let y'all go, because I know y'all probably like, I need to go pee or something. Oh, yeah, you're right, Diva Jones. Everybody has their strengths in the garden, and you have to garden to your strengths. And what I found is starting things from seed indoors is not the strength of mine. I can do it, but I do lose some things, and that bothers me. And all the hardening off is it just seems like so much of a struggle, and I don't like to struggle in the garden. And if you do grow from seed, you start indoors and you're taking it in and out to try to harden it off. Sometimes your plants are weak, and then they start out weak, they stay weak, and you have to start outside anyway. So play to your strengths. And you have to have the right lighting. You have to have the space for it. True story. My husband, this was, I think, in 2016. I had plant pots all over the dining room table. In the dining room windowsills, I had little pots everywhere. And bless his heart, he didn't say anything. He was just like, "So what's that? What are you growing?" And I told him, I said, "These are all God experiments. I hope they get out in the garden." He didn't say a thing. He just weathered the storm. And so I bought an indoor small greenhouse many years later and said I will try it that way. And now I'm like, no, I'm gonna only do maybe peppers and eggplant indoors because that takes a long time. And I found that growing my peppers from seed in December, they were large enough when I put them out in the spring that they did amazing. And so that's my recommendation. If you all take away anything tonight, is starting peppers indoors, in the winter, in order to get a jump on your spring. It worked wonders for me. So I know I've been on here too long. Let me hurry up so I can let y'all go, because I know y'all got other things to do than to sit here yippee yapping with me, just jibber jabbing away. But I mentioned that I was going to put some turnips in the garden, but that packet said it was the tops. So this is the actual turnip bulb. I want to try the turnip bulb. I don't think I've ever had a turnip, so I want to try to see if I like turnips. But this seed is really old, so we'll see how this goes. It's 55 days to maturity. It is container friendly, and I have a container garden. And if your packets have that little plant pot, I try to get a lot more of those because I want to get optimal container growth. Let's see. Somebody said something. Hang on. You say your grandma husband said her husband complains all the time. I'm so sorry. It can be a little frustrating when your significant other doesn't support what you're doing. And I hope that he finds that he likes what you're growing, because I think that changes their mindset. When they like what you bring in from the garden, they're less likely to complain about all that it goes into what you have to do to put it out there, if that makes sense. Let me say that again. They're less likely to complain, at least that's in my experience, if they can like what you bring in. Like I grew tomatoes a few years ago, and I only grew them for my spouse because I try not to eat very many tomatoes because they're very inflammatory for me. And he absolutely loved those tomatoes. He's like, I have never had a tomato taste like this ever in my life. And so he understands the beauty of the garden, and so he doesn't complain about it. He rarely complained anyway, but he doesn't mention it at all. And now that he can eat readily from the garden, he told me a couple months ago, he's like, so what kind of beds do you need me to build you for the garden? Because we need a greenhouse, and the one you bought is too small, so you need to take that back and get a bigger one. And I'm gonna build you some beds. And I saw online that they have like a garden seat, and I'm like, hold up, Chuck. He's all in now. So give your spouse some time. He might get all in. Oh, Nikki, the everyday life of OCD is chick. I watched your last video, and your two puppies, your fur babies, they're enjoying your garden bed way too much. I'm like, ooh, they're gonna be in there sitting on your food in 5 minutes. Just give them a second. But the cats, I don't like the cats in the garden because they use your garden beds as toilets. I don't like that at all. But what I've learned is cats don't like lavender. So maybe if you put some lavender out, they won't like that either. And put some cat grass and some catnip somewhere far away from your garden and draw them over there. You love whose husband? My husband. My husband is funny. Short story before I let y'all go. I might get decked out. Yeah, I might. But I told him. I actually told him. I said, "No, sweetie, I don't want you to build any any beds for me, any growing beds, because I don't want to be stooping over in beds. They're too low. And he could make them taller, but I don't want that. I really enjoy growing in a container because you can move it around. It's not extremely heavy if you grow like I grow. And so I but yeah, the green we do have a greenhouse, and that will be erected. But I don't think I want to have any garden beds for growing food because y'all heard me say I'm 50, right? And one day you wake up and your backbone just it slips because your bones start to get real loosey goosey, and before you know it, your backbone is acting up, and you didn't do anything to it other than wake up in your 50s. So I told him let me think about it. But yeah, he's already trying to build some stuff. He's very handy, my husband. I can't say that. Yeah, your cat seemed pretty good, Diva. I don't see any scratching or pooping in your garden beds. Yeah, you expanded your garden with containers, Yankee Sister. Yes, yes. I love it. You can move. As a matter of fact, I just started moving my garden around. You guys will see it in the next episode that I release probably on Saturday. I'm rearranging my garden for the fall, and I love having containers. So I'm more than likely going to have containers than having an actual garden bed. Now my flowers will be in a garden bed, but as far as food, I think I'm not going to go that route anymore. Uh, I think I see somebody new. Hi, Miss Is it Kamika? I hope it's a female. Hi, welcome, welcome, welcome. Yes, ma'am, LP, or I'm sorry, LP. You can grow ashwagandha. I'm growing it. Thank you so much for being here and listening while you drive. Yes, I love a handy man. I didn't know my husband was as handy as he is until after we got married. And in our old house, the master bedroom was too small, so we had a smaller office next door to the master bedroom, and he knocked the wall down, moved the door, and created a larger room for us to accommodate the furniture that I bought. So yes, he's very, very handy. I'm very lucky. He hasn't taught me that much about tools. My mom taught me more about tools than my husband, but I let him handle all the heavy lifting tools like the big saws and stuff. I don't like fooling with that. Awesome. Thank you, LP. Yes, nice work, hubby. He showed me. I said, well, look at that. So yeah, he's got some things he's gonna build in the new homestead. And again, if y'all are interested in seeing any of that kind of stuff, please go to my new channel. I will be releasing all that as it unfolds. Right now, I only have a few videos out there, so be patient. I will be releasing some more stuff as soon as I can. But yeah, I and that if you're interested in that channel, it is a ClausenWorld Crafts Travel and More. There you go. I almost forgot what I named it. But yes, I have a very handy husband. He even cooks and cleans, y'all. Now you take your chances with laundry now, but he cooks and cleans. Now the last thing I want to show you guys before I let you go, because I know many of y'all are like, dang, how long is this gonna go? I did not expect for it to go this long, and I'm so excited that you all are still here with me and that you've given me your thumbs up. Let's see. Oh, thank you, Growing with Hudson. You have a great night, ma'am. I got one more thing to show, and then I'm going to let y'all go because I know I've been on here way too long. Yes, be blessed. Everyone be blessed. Be safe. Enjoy the rest of your week. And I hope to see you all soon on YouTube. All right, and the last thing I'm going to show you guys tonight is I'm going to try broad beans. These are fava beans. Now, I did see that movie. Y'all know the one I'm talking about. Do y'all know the fava beans? Silence of the Lambs. Watched it many, many years ago. And like I said, when I first started the live, I have a few YouTube content creators that I watch that are in the UK, that are in England, Wales, and Ireland. And they grow a lot of broad beans over there. So I want to try broad beans. Yes, my baby girl wears winter wear when it's chilly out. She also has a coat. She has a winter coat. She does not like shoes, and she does not like hats. But she has a nice puffy pink coat for in the winter. And when it's cold, I do put a sweater on her. Yes. Yes, I do. Ooh, Iris has clothes too. Go ahead, Iris. As a matter of fact, y'all, this is not a plug, but this is for my Texas fam. I have a good friend of mine who is going downrange. If you don't know what downrange is, he is an active duty service member, and he has to go to Korea. And I am trying to find a home for his 10-year-old pit bull. I've been watching that pit bull for about 3 years now, and he was actually in one of my videos. So watch all my previous videos, y'all, and you will see him. And if anybody knows anybody in Texas who would love to rehome and keep a beautiful 10-year-old, well-mannered, non-aggressive pit bull, I would love to help my friend out. Inbox me if y'all know somebody. You said Iris has several coats. Oh, go ahead, Iris. It's your birthday. You know, it says here that it doesn't say. It's the Weekend Gardening Show, Sam. It is new. Broad beans are new to me, so I'm gonna have to look it up because it does not say how long it takes for them to grow. But what I can tell you about broad beans is that it's a good cover crop, and it is good for the wintertime. It's very frost hardy, and I learned that from my YouTube content friends over in the UK. So this is going to be my first experience. I haven't even bothered to open up the pack yet. I'm going to be doing some reading up on it. It likes cold weather between 60 and 70 temps. And so my temps are not there right now. So I'm going to give this a little more time before I put it in the garden to get it to grow. I'm going to give it another couple of weeks before I germinate and put it in the ground. But you know what? I'll Google that up for you. No, their growing season is not long. Like I mentioned, I lived in Germany and I lived in Norway, and they do not have a long summer like many do in the United States. They have a very short summer. Sometimes it's not even 90 days. Sometimes it's a little less than that. But yeah, I enjoyed living in Europe, but it was very difficult growing in Europe because they have a very short grow season. But if you learn how to grow root crops, and you can have a covering for your garden, you can do a lot better. You have to have like a what do they call them? Like a cold frame. You need a cold frame or a greenhouse in order to grow in those kinds of climates, or you're not going to be successful. And the ground freezes. Like in Norway, the ground freezes solid. And so there is no digging in the ground. So you're going to have something above ground. Let's see. Yes, I'm in zone 7B, Sam, the Weekend Garden Show. So if you want to try broad beans, I say give them a try because I'm in 7B and I think they will do well for you. Because I know I watched, I think it was your first video, and it was winter time when you were sowing lettuce. So yeah, but yeah, y'all, I've been on here way too long. I cannot believe I've been on here this long, and I want to thank y'all for hanging out with me. I greatly appreciate all the love and all the support on my channel. Please like, comment, share, subscribe, all that good stuff. Give me the thumbs up on this video. And if you know anybody who's interested, like I said, in watching my channel, please share. If you know anyone in Texas who is interested in taking this sweet dog that's never bitten anyone, he's grown up with 2 children, and if I watch him, you know he's got to be a good dog, because I don't want any dog jumping on me and scaring me to death. And he has been an absolute sweetheart. My friend said that his teeth are only used for food. And I can attest to that because my dog has bitten him and drawn blood because he liked to sniff a little bit too much. All right, LP, have a good night. Enjoy your evening. Yes, I'm glad you guys had fun. I had fun. I had a lot of fun. Thank you all so much. Thank you very much, Miss Diva. Just, you know how to get a hold of me, ma'am. And so I'm going to try to figure out how to end this stream. And I had a wonderful time. I promise I'm going to do another live. I don't know when that's going to be. Maybe when I hit 400 subscribers. I don't know. But I'll come on and we'll talk about something else. So yeah, send me some suggestions. And I'll choose one of those suggestions and we'll talk about that. All right, everybody. Everyone have a great night. Hug somebody that you loved. Call somebody you haven't heard from in a while and tell them you were thinking about them. Get you some water and some vitamins and eat you some vegetables and enjoy yourself. So until the next time, bye, everybody.